What if Cristiano Ronaldo was born in India? Just imagine it. One of the greatest footballers the world has ever seen, the man known for his explosive pace, dazzling skills, and incredible goal-scoring records, not growing up on the island of Madeira in Portugal, but instead taking his first steps somewhere in Mumbai, Delhi, Goa, or maybe even a small village tucked away in the countryside of India. How would his journey have looked? Would he still have conquered the world with a football at his feet, or would his story have taken a completely different turn? Today, we're diving deep into this fascinating what-if scenario and exploring what could have been. Right from the beginning, the immediate difference would have been the environment. In India, cricket rules the sports scene, and football, while growing, still fights for attention in many parts of the country. Little Cristiano, full of boundless energy and raw talent, might have first been handed a cricket bat instead of a football. Imagine a young Ronaldo trying to swing for sixes instead of striking free kicks. But let's say he still found his passion for football somehow, maybe playing barefoot on dusty fields, dribbling between rocks and cows, using makeshift goals made out of sticks. His early struggles would have been even harder, with limited facilities, fewer structured youth academies, and far less international scouting compared to Europe. Talent like his would have shown no matter what, but getting noticed would have been a massive challenge. He would need to rise through local clubs, street tournaments, maybe even making a name for himself in school competitions, while battling against a system that often overlooks football for more popular sports. As the years went on, the long-term effects of Ronaldo growing up in India would start to unfold. If he caught the eye of a coach who truly believed in him, he might have ended up playing for a club in the I-League or ISL, India's top football leagues. But would those platforms have been enough to launch him onto the world stage? The truth is, it would have been a much steeper mountain to climb. Without the early exposure to European clubs, Ronaldo might have stayed a local legend, a name whispered with awe in Indian football circles, but not necessarily a global icon. On the flip side, if fate intervened, maybe through a youth tournament or an international scout happening to spot him, he could have been whisked away to Europe as a teenager, just like he was in real life with Sporting Lisbon. The journey would have been longer, tougher, filled with more obstacles, but knowing Ronaldo's legendary determination, it's hard not to believe he would have fought tooth and nail to make it. Globally, the impact would have been nothing short of revolutionary. Imagine an Indian Cristiano Ronaldo tearing up La Liga, the Premier League, and the Champions League. He would have smashed every stereotype about Indian athletes on the world stage. His success would ignite a football revolution back home, inspiring millions of young kids to lace up their boots and dream bigger. Grassroots football in India would receive a massive boost, academies would spring up everywhere, and the dream of India competing seriously in the World Cup might have moved much closer to reality. Brands, sponsors, media, everyone would flock to tell the story of the boy from India who conquered the world with a football. The global image of Indian sports would shift dramatically, no longer seen as just a cricket powerhouse, but also as a rising giant in the world of football. On a broader level, governments and sports organizations would likely have poured more money into developing football infrastructure. Seeing the international fame and economic opportunities generated by Ronaldo's success, there would be a rush to build better stadiums, launch better leagues, and nurture more young talent. Other Indian athletes might have found new inspiration, leading to a boom in not just football, but across multiple sports. India's place on the global sports map would be redefined, and the cultural pride would be massive. Imagine entire cities lighting up in celebration when Ronaldo, the boy from India, lifts a Champions League trophy or a Ballon d'Or. It would be a story for the ages. But emotionally, the journey would be even more powerful. Coming from humble beginnings, facing tougher odds, and still rising to the top would make Ronaldo's story even more inspiring. He already stands for hard work, resilience, and self-belief, but this version of him would symbolize hope for billions of people living in countries where dreams often seem out of reach. His story would tell kids everywhere that no matter where you are born, greatness is within reach if you have the will to chase it. So, what if Cristiano Ronaldo was born in India? The road would have been harder, the challenges even greater, but knowing the fire inside him, he just might have rewritten history all over again. Only this time, carrying the dreams of an entire nation on his back. But what do you think? Would Ronaldo's legendary drive have been enough to beat the odds, or would the system have held him back? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more amazing what-if scenarios here at What If Factory. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep wondering, and always keep asking, what if?